we were talking about, the social equity program.
Yes.
And you were mentioning, and libertarian. I'm kind of straddling the fence on a lot of issues. But, if you look at the generic, call it Republican or conservative talking points, progressive policies is kind of a 4-letter word to them. But I think progressives, we got to give them their due, where it's like they're really good at finding these places where there is social inequity and there's intrinsic problems in the past that we should be working to solve. So I'm interested to hear about the social equity program. Tell me more about what it is.
There's thousands, millions maybe, of Black people and other people of color in jail over a dime bag. And now there's going to be millions, billions of dollars put into this industry by people who are overwhelmingly white. And where's the justice in letting white people, I'm saying as a group, come into a situation now that it's legal, and to just totally take advantage of that when there's still millions of people in jail over it.
Yeah, the fact that anybody is in jail for anything related to weed blows my mind. Like there should just be a blanket order from the governor, who, Newsom's not my favorite, but he could do some good things of being like, hey, it's legal. Anybody who had a non-violent crime associated with weed,
Right.
like, just get the fuck out of jail.
It's
Start over.
It's a plant.
It's a plant.
You grow it in your backyard just like you would grow tomatoes, peppers.
I can't grow those either. I don't have a green thumb. I kill everything. So I'm not your cultivator for your next
You can come
cannabis
to a tour and you can see the cultivation facility.
Yeah, I'd be a great salesperson in any business, I think, but I'm not growing the shit. So the social equity program, is this a state program, a Los Angeles program?
It's a Los Angeles program. I mean, it's through the state in the sense that the state also has to sign off on your license and everything as well. But yeah, but the city has to grant you the license.
Got it.
So Los Angeles is granting the license. I'm partnered with a cannabis company here that's based in Los Angeles, and so when I started qualifying for this program, I met with them, and they liked me and they offered me a job. Like I didn't expect them to offer me a job. I just thought we were going to talk about this program, but they offered me a job, and I was just like, no, I'm kind of doing my own thing. I got some things, some irons in the fire. When it became aware that thing wasn't going to work out, I thought to myself, well, I might as well see what's up. It was only a couple months ago they offered me a job. Let me see if they're still hiring, that way I can stay in the industry, and then I can also see how this, partnership is going to go down, if things go well with the social equity program and the breakthrough with the social equity program. And I called them like, hey, are you hiring? They're like, yeah, we're hiring. Actually, we're still hiring. Are you interested in cultivation? Yes. And what's interesting with that particular thing for me is all of my jobs previously have been people facing, talking to people, whether they're students, whether they're people who work in retail establishments, whether they're teachers over the phone, or what have you. I'm always interfacing with people. This was the first job where I'm really on a team, and I'm mainly interfacing with plants. I'm not interfacing with people. I'm interfacing with the plant. And what's so interesting about it, though, is it's very, very soothing. It's also it's high level gardening, and so you're doing a little bit of this, you're doing a little bit of that. At times you're a bit of a chemist. At times you're more of a straightforward, kind of a gardener. At times you are evaluating, how well the plant is growing, the horticulture aspect of it, and seeing what the plant needs and diagnosing it. You're also a handyman. You're making sure that your air conditioning and your AC is or your humidity rather is operating at the right time, at the right place, and if there's something wrong, you need to be able to fix it, because you've got these lights going on, these plants. This is money that you're paying. This is a power bill. Like, you've got to get the maximum amount of use out of this plant, and so it's at a commercial level, it's new things every day, because some days we're harvesting. Some days we're planting, brand new plants into their place. Other days we're just doing plant maintenance. So it's something that's really really enjoyable for me. Being in a situation before where I was dealing with people all day, now it's like I'm just dealing with plants, for the most part, and my other teammates, and we're all focused on the same thing. We're just focused on these plants because all we have to do is let the plant be itself, and it's a cash crop. It produces something that people want, and being a part of that, seeing it grow to fruition, it's a beautiful process.
And I know you're working on a couple of things that we can't talk about yet. Hopefully we'll have you back on a podcast here in a few months.
Yes,
but
indeed.
I know part of this is you're building your resume to go do bigger and better things and,
Yes,
maybe own your own company. So is the social equity program, like, are they basically doing job placement for existing cannabis companies, or are you like a city employee?
No, neither, actually. It's like, hey, this is an opportunity for you to have a cannabis license, and this is the qualifications that you have to have in order. But this is if you're qualified for this opportunity, if you're savvy enough to find and build the relationships with the people that you need to actually own a retail or delivery place and be licensed by the city, this is your opportunity to do that.
Awesome. So this is like the big resume builder to get the big boy license.
Yeah, I mean, the license is, we're working through that currently, so I can't make the official announcement, but yeah, it is something that we're building towards, and I'm excited.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. And what do you see, what do you see as the demographic as people currently working in the cannabis industry? I know one of the questions I have is, like, knowing that you've played on both sides, who's worse? Is it the corporate sharks or the illegal, the black market side of it? Like, you mentioned your poor business partner got screwed out of a lot of his intellectual property, and you guys had to make the decision at some point, were we going to go black market? Were we going to try to do this on the up and up? Who's worse to deal with? Is it the sharks in the venture capital world, or is it the criminals in the black market world?
Both. I mean, they're both equally, and the pendulum, right? You're talking about two opposite ends of the pendulum. You want to be like more towards the center, because the people who play the legal game, the black market and the people that are playing the legal game but not for the right reasons, they just want to scavenge. They're just different kinds of scavengers. One is scavenging off of people's lack of knowledge and people's lack of resources, and the fact that something looks, like it should look, and they think, oh, okay, well, I'm going to pay a lesser price. No, what if you're not actually getting what you think you're getting? And then the people who are in the corporate aspect and are not doing it for the right reasons, they're not in it because they actually like weed. They just think that it's an opportunity to make a quick buck. Those people are scavengers too, and they just want to siphon information, and they just want to get the most for the least. But that's a bigger discussion on economics. You know what I mean? Because we're all kind of taught that. Even human nature, in a sense, we're taught to get the most for the least.
Right.
Right. But part of that's conservation. Part of that's energy conservation. But then there's another part of that goes into the exploitative side.
Yeah.
And human nature, we got to watch out for that.
Yeah.